Only one kid in history had ever attempted what Benny was about to. And he got eaten. So we were worried. Real worried. Even when Benny brought out the secret weapon. Shoes guaranteed to make a kid run faster and jump higher. PF Flyers.
We can't let him do this, man.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Happy Hump Day. It is the Slate Laced Podcast. How are we feeling? Blair, how are we doing?
Smoothied up, bit up, you know.
Bit up?
Bit up.
Yeah, we getting some mosquito season, so make sure, we got our aloe vera on or whatever.
I am number one. Mom might be number two, but I'm for sure number one when it comes to getting bit. Nobody gets bit more than me.
Like that?
It's a fact.
Ledge,
How many bites do I have on me right now?
You was pretty bit up. I'm not
Right?
going front with
Like
you.
at least
They
10,
got
right?
you. They got you.
Yeah.
It's something about the skin. It's something about the skin. It's maybe some product that you're putting on. You know.
But Ledge, welcome back. It's your first podcast in a minute.
For the gang.
How
I'll
we
be.
feeling?
Yo, it feels good to be back. You know what I'm
Back
saying?
in production.
Here with Sid, vintage. You know what I
Get
mean?
it on and crack
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's like you never left.
Blair, I do have to call you out on something before we get going here. I noticed that you have the first screensaver ever in your life. Would you like to share with the people? Because Blair's Mr. Default screensaver.
Yes. I actually just changed the screensaver yesterday. So.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
this is recent.
Yeah, my homie was like, the cars that you want to get in the near future to work on. He was like, you gotta like manifest it and put it as your screensaver.
So you're a manifester now.
I just did it because he was like, that's what you should do, and he had his as his wallpaper. I was like, sure, I'm down. So I just made it as my wallpaper, literally yesterday.
But this is
Straight up default.
Yeah, this is Mr. Out the Box factory setting.
I don't change it. Yeah,
This
absolutely,
is,
1000%
yeah,
correct.
that's how you do it. So I was shocked to see just
you
now.
saw it when it was there.
It took me aback, you know.
It took me back.
But I just had to call it out real quick on the Slate Laced Game podcast. 'Cause, yeah, it was just shocking.
Let's clap it up for a screensaver.
Our first one. But anyways, guys, we got a great show for you today.
Too much.
We got sneakers and we have sports as well. So stay tuned at the end of the episode for some Slate Laced Sports. But this is like episode 94. Is this 4?
Mm-hmm.
This is special. This is special because it's in the 90s.
Yep, we getting close to 200.
200?
And-
What do you mean 100?
100. Sorry, 100.
Yeah.
And it's to season 2. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
We
And
ain't
season.
Tyler Perry. We don't pop him out that quick.
Yeah, that man be writing. He ain't on strike. I know that. But no, once we get into season 2, we gonna be hopefully a new look, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully some new things to come. Hopefully a new set design and some things to come. But on that note, let's get into some of the sneaker news. Off top, I want to start with Devin Booker. His shoes coming out.
Wait.
His shoes coming out soon. They haven't released them. You guys ready?
I'm just trying to put it together. That is this the Devin Booker shoe that you sent me?
No. I'm going off top.
Okay. No, I'm saying is this the Devin Booker shoe that you sent me a while back?
Oh, did I have the prototype? Did I send you?
It was
the
like
prototype?
three different colors.
I don't know. I don't think I sent it because he only said like all black and everybody was roasting it.
We saw all black, but then I think we saw some maybe like possibles.
Maybe. I don't know if I sent it. But
I gotta find
anyway,
it.
his shoes set to come out when, you know how Nike will always release like the prototypes and it's like all black and everyone just goes and puts like the poop emoji in the comments and the thing's trash. So they was going in, usual suspects going in on Devin Booker's shoe, saying trash. But anyway, he was like the king of clapback this morning because he went on.
He didn't like it, huh?
He been hooping in them all summer. They've been blurring, you know how they blur the photos, so you haven't been able to kind of see what it looks like. But anyway, he just released a video now of him hooping in it. That's not it.
Okay.
And he made a video with it.
It's that one.
And then Against the Haters or something like that, yeah. He had a video where he was like going through the comments and liking them. You know,
Oh, wow.
for all the haters.
Oh,
But
wow.
anyway, it's probably going to be Heat, but from the silhouette, and we'll obviously throw up a picture for you guys, it did kind of look like a sneaker shoe. Did
The
you guys
book
see
ones.
Yeah, I know, Eric, you saw it. Did you see that before, just now?
Yeah, I did. This was the one I was saying that you sent me
Yeah.
a minute
Have you seen
ago.
those?
You seen them?
Nah, what, it was in the group chat?
Or just like on Sneaker News, because it was on Sneaker News.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen it?
That's the first time I've seen him right there.
But anyway, I mean, to me, it'll probably be a decent shoe. I feel like that always happens. It happened with the KD, it happened with the James Harden, and they ended up being fire. So I feel like this is just kind of the usual thing Nike does. Because I think it's just a pullover. I think it's just what happens is they show like what the material is going to be, and it's not really the actual finalized design. But we as consumers just kind of jump to conclusions.
Sure do.
But I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be a dope shoe. I can't wait. But it was just funny to see this whole video of him like basically liking the comments because he saw y'all, he heard y'all. But
Yeah,
he thinks
well,
he's got some product.
I mean, you know how the athletes are, right? Like, not that they're necessarily sensitive, right? But they're just
They gonna clap that.
They're aware of what everyone is saying. They're reading the comments just like we read the comments.
They
We
got
go
their
there-
ear to the streets.
Yeah, we go there for a good time. They go there for a good time. They go there to fire back if you say something about them for sure, right?
Facts.
You got people like KD on burner accounts. So
Yeah.
yeah. Just know that you say it, they will see it. If it
Yeah.
gets enough interaction.
But no, I'm definitely looking forward to that shoe. And we'll keep you guys posted, obviously, when it releases. But I feel like we're going to get some colorways coming soon.
Okay.
But that was just interesting because that's something I just saw this morning.
Yeah, it'll be
Look at Devin Booker. Go ahead.
it'll be a decent shoe. It's not too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it
it's
looks
like
simple.
yeah, it's
But it's
simple.
going with that Kobe style. He hoops in Kobe, so
Yeah.
that's kind of what he wants. So
Well, Kobe's
it's-
his guy.
yeah, be legendary. That's where all that was. He got that tatted too,
Yeah.
because that was his message to Devin Booker. But yeah, that's all he hoops
Laying
in.
them legendary eggs in Game 6 and Game 7.
He was not legendary. He was the opposite and got smacked by Luka and then had the nerve to try to talk trash. Bro, humble yourself. But I think we talked about that on Slate Laced Sports a couple episodes back.
We sure did.
Where he was getting a little too big for his britches there, and you need to get humble. We didn't like it. But anyways, that's enough sneaker news. Unless you guys had something, I want to get into some of the releases now.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to get into releases.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
We got into the Burgundy 5s, the retros. How we feeling off top? I gotta be honest about something. I gotta come clean.
Come. Oh, you want me to go first?
I gotta come clean about something.
You go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
starting to like the 5s. And I think I've talked trash. Maybe not on that model necessarily, but I've always skipped it and I haven't given it its due diligence.
But you starting to like the
I'm
fives.
sorry, yeah. Blair's looking at me crazy because he already knows I probably trashed it at some point, but starting to like the 5s, guys, and I am sorry.
That's
I'm on here
crazy.
To give my, testimony and apologize to the fans.
That's crazy.
But I'm getting on that 5 train because I'm liking those Laney 5s. I like the lows, and I know y'all gonna kill me for that, but I like the 5 low. And I think I'm even, while I'm on this confession route, I think I'm starting to like the 2 lows a little bit better than the 2 highs. So it's a lot of,
I can
She got right with God just now. She came on down.
I've been looking at some 2s.
Yeah, the 2s is heat though.
I've been looking at some 2s and
Because you wasn't necessarily into 2s either, right, Les?
Nah, I wasn't into 2s, but I've been looking at them. I feel like I could do something with them.
Yeah.
So
and the 2 lows is just kind of hitting
they-
just right.
Yeah, they
Hitting
is.
just right.
They
But
is.
back to the 5s. Blair, how you feel?
Well, I mean, I've been like them. I'm just wow. Everybody got saved today. It's just
Everybody got saved.
beautiful.
Look, I'm on the train.
You
I'm
know?
on the train.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
wow.
sorry.
Okay, awesome. Now that everybody is here.
Do you have to?
No, I don't. But I like them though. I'm a 5 guy. I mean, I wouldn't.
You like 5s too?
I remember I like all of them really, except
You do.
for the 15s and up, right? Like
Yeah.
I like everything from 1 through 14. I just always jokingly say that the 2s are the worst of the bunch.
You have said
But that's not a bad thing because
Yeah.
they're all legendary sneakers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really am a fan of the 5s, and Sydney has been on here before. We could check the tape and whatnot.
I probably have dogged them.
She has
I probably
said
have.
crazy things about him, so it's just kind of funny.
Look, but here's the difference though. When I'm
Over here with the renege, huh?
I come in with a confession and I apologize. When Blair kind of
We appreciate
back and
it.
forth.
We appreciate
You
it.
kind of skirt around the truth.
When do I skate around the truth?
Look, we've said numerous
we
times
ain't
that
got
we've
that.
pulled up.
No,
But it's
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
We've gone over this with Birds. We've gone over this with Dawes. We've gone over
Don't
this.
start. Don't start.
What was the shoe that you had that you was like, what was it?
There was no shoe.
No, it was.
You're
You had picked up a shoe, and you even had to, yeah.
I don't know. What I know for sure is that I told everybody that these Crocs was about to be hitting, and these Crocs is the hottest thing
Look, you was the
That was
only
like
Croc
3 years
gang
ago.
in this house,
in the
and
streets.
still
that
kind
was
of.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
You really
and
did.
it's the hottest thing in the streets right now.
When
like-
what was it? The cars?
Ridiculous.
The cars Croc?
Yep.
There
All
was like a line around the Crocs building.
yeah, all of them. Everybody
I was
going
like,
ham.
We lining up for Crocs now?
Yes.
That's crazy, but you did have your ear to the street on the Croc gang, because I didn't think that would ever take off.
I knew that was
So
going
remember when they
to.
used to sell those on the kiosks at the mall?
Yeah.
That's how whack Crocs were.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, one little collab.
I
Yeah.
mean, he literally said before
He
the
really
first
did.
one had dropped, he's like, I'm gonna be rocking them, and ain't nobody else gonna be rocking them. But once
Look,
I start rocking them,
this for
everyone's
you,
gonna be
Les.
rocking them.
Yeah. But
He
I
really
still
did.
look. I ain't even going front though. I didn't get a pair though.
Yeah,
I did not. I just still didn't get paired up. But I will say though, I did.
You did, though.
I did let y'all know that, man.
Man.
But yeah, man.
That's funny. But Blair, your thoughts on those burgundy fives?
On those burgundy fives.
I'm not a fan of the colorway, but I'm a fan of the shoe.
I like that burgundy. Eric, you was a fan? Not for you.
I don't like the
it's doing too
fives.
Yeah.
I don't like the fives. And I just don't like the colorway at all. I wish that I don't know. Like I feel like the thing flies is just too
It's
too
a thick
bulky.
shoe. It's a
Yeah,
thick
I
shoe.
feel like it's too thick for me.
Yeah, it is. But let's slate rate it real quick, guys. Get back to our slate rates on these shoes, so the people know whether to go cop them or to leave it.
They're gonna get left.
Yeah, and especially when you hear this price, 1 to 5 on style. What do you have?
Man, that's a tough question because that shoe is like a 4.5 on a normal day, right? But with the burgundy, I probably got to go 4.
Okay, that's still pretty
I'll
high.
drop it
Eric,
down.
what you got? 1 to 5.
Yeah, I was gonna go 4, but since you went 4, I'm gonna go like just solid 5. You know what I mean?
Go 5?
Yeah, I'm gonna just give it a 5. Yeah, because somebody could do something with it. You know what I mean? Like it's a shoe out there that a lot of people don't agree with that I like, and I know when I put it on my feet and I make it look like something, that's when people be like, "Oh, dang, I didn't think it was gonna be hitting like that." You know what I'm saying? So I know somebody would do something with it. I'm not doing nothing with it though.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Got you.
Yeah.
1 to 5 style for me. Dang, I don't want to go below a 4 because I feel like I'm getting back into this 5 game,
Yeah.
and I gotta respect it. My new revelations about the 5. So I'm going solid 4. I like the burgundy. That's kind of my color, like this maroon, different type of maroon, and then it's all suede upper, so I kind of like that. I'm gonna go 4 on style. But where there's ups, there's down, because this thing is retailed at $225, and that is outlandish.
Yeah.
Usually when you get a 4, you get a 5, you get a 210 price point. But this 225 was pushing it a little bit.
Yeah,
for
I mean
me.
like 210, 220. If it says Nike Air on the back, it always goes up.
Yeah. So that price, not looking great. But Blair, what you got? 1.5 affordability.
Oh, it's a 1.
It's a 1.
Honestly, it's a half.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, the shoe's
Okay,
225.
got a half,
You have
okay.
225 in your pocket?
No, I don't. I'm
Yeah.
broke. Broke, five broke. We ain't got it.
Okay, so
0.5.
yeah, it's
Bro,
like it's like
bro,
it's like a
bro,
half. You
five,
can't really
bro.
give it a full.
We ain't got it.
You can't really give it a full number because it's not even in a reasonable ballpark.
It's not reasonable. But I don't think it's gonna skyrocket in resale value.
It might.
Hit like a 250.
Nah, it might actually fall under retail just because I don't think it's.
I don't think it has that
gonna
kind of-
be that well received by
Yeah,
the streets.
exactly.
Yeah, I think.
You need somebody like a celeb to kind of put it on and basically cement it for it to
100%
really
agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Eric, 1 to 5 affordability. What do you got? It's 225.
1.
Yep.
Yeah, 1 for
That's
sure.
affordable. I mean, it's not affordable, but that's right where you should be.
Yeah.
And me, I mean, I feel like I gotta go 2 just because of how I've rated things in the past. Obviously, this is not a good price point, but I'm gonna go 2. So I have it at a 6 out of 10. You have it at a 4.5.
Mm-hmm. Out of 10.
And then Eric, you had a 5 and a 1. You had a 6.
Yeah.
So 6, 6, and 4.5. Mm-hmm. I mean, the odds are looking pretty good, but definitely drop this shoe. Don't get this shoe.
Yeah. Definitely save your money.
Yeah, because it might drop below retail, like Blair was saying.
But also Black Friday's coming, and you know the classic releases come for that.
So we are into the holiday season, guys.
We definitely
We're
are.
right
Holiday
there.
season.
That's kind of crazy.
Holiday season.
This year flew by. But yeah, drop that shoe, guys. Don't get it. Although we rated it high, it's just because we got respect for the Jordan 5. But outside of that, you do not need this shoe.
No, not at all.
Next, I think we've talked about these Vomero 5s before on this podcast.
Yeah, I've said I like them.
I really like these shoes.
Oh, you like them now?
Yeah, I actually am gonna go out on a limb and say I love them.
I don't think you felt that way when we first talked about them. Like
I don't know
episodes ago.
I don't know if we did, but I remember the only pair I took notice of was when they were in the all yellow, and that's when I was like, I need this shoe. But you might have brought it up, and I might not have known what it really looked like.
Got you.
So if so, then yes. But ever since I've seen them in that yellow, I've been on these Vomeros, and I've seen them in person, and they fire.
Because to recap, there was a couple times that I wanted to get a pair of them, but I just was like, it's not the right thing to do. But David, one of the twins, he's got a pair.
Yeah, and they fire. What color he got?
He has the burgundy and gray.
Okay. Yep. I think I know exactly which one that is. Yeah, it's fire.
It's basically like the OG.
Yeah. It's dope. They coming out with crazy colorways. They're doing a couple Valentine's Day ones coming out, pink and red. Yeah, it's some dope. Yeah.
They're going up.
But anyways, we're just gonna rate this one. This colorway in particular is a red and platinum. So red and silver with a little bit of darker red and some cherry red. 1 to 5 on style on the Vomeros. Blair, what we got?
I know I'm thinking.
Mr. I've been mentioning them 30 episodes
Doom,
ago.
doom, doom, doom.
No, I mean, we really did. It's been a
No,
long
but
time.
you acted like you said it before, which you probably have, right? So you got it at 4.5?
4.5.
Let us know what you
bet.
got.
Okay. 4.5. That's what's up. I actually like the shoe. I'm not even gonna front. I rated a 5.
5?
Yeah, solid 5. I like it.
It's definitely a 5 for me. The running silhouettes are something that's coming back into style, and they could be flops. The running styles can be flops.
Style. It's always been the style.
But now you know what I mean. Now it's like
that's all I do.
people that haven't even been but you wear runners. People that don't even wear runners is like, let me see what these runners is about.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like normal people that just be in Vans and Converse all day are now coming to the stores talking about where the New Balance section at. Where's this at?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the runners now are going crazy. But for me, it's a definite 5. I need to get my hands on a pair of these. I like the price point, which we'll get into right about now.
Yeah, I like them, and I'm not even into runners like that.
And yeah, you're not
a runner.
That's what I'm saying. So people
like
like
'em.
Ledge will be over here like, dang, these is fire.
Yeah, I like
And
'em.
he don't wear no runners. Like,
Nah, not at all.
if you going cash, you going
Not a near
Vans.
bit of running.
Not a near runner.
But on that
Not a
point,
near run.
160 price point, 1 to 5. What we got, Blair?
I'll get out of. Oh, go ahead. It's you. My bad. I'm tripping. How you feeling, man?
3.5.
3.5. Okay.
Because 160 is a bit out of reach.
It's not cheap.
But given the market and how shoes go these days, right? And like you look at the increase of like haircuts and the increase in like gas and like just the increase in everything, right? It's like it's kind of like where the market sits, right? So 160 is almost, I guess, about what you expect to get a shoe nowadays.
Yeah.
So I got to give it a 3.5, but that's still not necessarily what the common man and woman can buy on a consistent basis. So I got to go 3.5.
Yeah.
Legend?
I go like 2.
2?
Yeah, because basically the points that he made, for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like it ain't cause and on top of me feeling that way, it's a runner. So it's like
You feel like you're not paying. really gonna.
I'm not getting no bang for my buck for no runner. You know what I'm saying? Like these is Jay Price's. Like you know what I mean? I grew up 1990. You know what I'm saying? We had
the only runner you like is the Cortez.
Yeah, that is a runner.
Is that a runner?
That's a runner.
It's a runner.
That's crazy.
I know from Phil Knight days. It's a runner.
They wore it like it was running. Yeah.
They did though.
You did see it in the air.
They did though. Dang. Well, yeah, I'm a Cortez
All right,
head.
so 2 for me. I'm gonna be the lone wolf stand on it. I'm going 5. I think 160 is affordable in today's market. Do I feel happy?
Yeah, that's all I'm looking at.
Do I feel happy paying 160? No.
Wait, you just said 5?
I'm going 5 on affordability.
She said she's going 5.
Sydney, that doesn't even make sense because a 5 is like a pair of Vans. A pair of Vans at like $65.
I'm saying in today's market for we paying max for shoe.
So you're telling me the range of prices?
No, I get what you're saying. Like $90 is obviously affordable and better, but I'm basing it on how popular this shoe is too.
Okay.
What we pay for runners in general.
That's fair.
I'm going 5 for today's standards. Am I happy about it? No. That's why I don't have it
No.
there now, or else I would have bought it.
Yeah.
But I'm going 5, and this shoe is a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. Blair, you had it. What'd you give it?
That's an 8 now.
You have it at an 8?
Because it was the halves from each side.
And then, Led, you have it at a 7. Yeah, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, you're talking about all together. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So 7, 10, and 8, those are very high ratings. The shoe kind of is a perfect kind of mesh of both great style and semi-affordable price.
Yeah, and it gives a classic feel, but also your new today's technology and the bulky feel and stuff that everyone is doing these days.
You're gonna want this shoe. I definitely say go cop these because it's right there. It's perfect on the slate rate. But Blair, what was the other shoe that we gave a 10 out of 10 to? And we titled it. The episode was titled like, "Is this the perfect 10 out of 10?"
I mean, for me, it's the Jordan 3.
It
But
wasn't
I don't
the
think
3.
you said it to the 3.
No, because it was affordable. We never gave 3 that great of a rating on affordability. Remember, we gave one. We was like, wait. We recognized it. We was like, is this the best?
Yeah.
The best of the best of the best?
I forget what episode that was. That was a long time
ago. It was a minute.
That we did
Slate Laced Faithful. Let us know, because, I wonder what that shoe was. I want to say it was like, huh?
You ain't about to get that answer.
It's Auntie Naila and Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Hi, Slate Laced Faithful.
Richard will be watching
and
too,
Richard.
Shout
out. But what was it? That's crazy. But anyways, I want to say it was like a waffle racer. It might have been, huh?
I think it might have been. I think I seen it.
The waffles were cheap. Remember, they was like $120, and we was like, wait, and it was fire.
Well, because also we bought the blazer, the Sakai.
It might have been. It might have been one of the. It was something Nike. But anyways, guys, we gotta move on. Leave the answer in the comments because we want to know. We're moving on to our next shoe, the red cement 4s.
Woo!
The minute I saw these, I thought of Blair, but he didn't comment on it when I told him, so I don't know what he's thinking. Blair, tell us what your thoughts are.
What do you mean? I have them.
Oh, I didn't know you said you had them.
I said I had them, so that's why I didn't need you to get them.
Oh, my bad. All right, well, the man already got it.
I'm waiting on the militaries whenever that decides to happen.
All right, well, the red cement 4s, y'all know how I feel about 4s. I ain't wearing them. I won't be caught dead in them.
Until you get saved again.
Yeah, but we'll see.
That feeling of renewal.
But Eric's coming up on my hatred of them.
You can't
getting a free pair of Thunders.
You can't skip the 4s and go to the 5.
That's what I'm doing. I'm jumping right over. I'm hurdling it.
You gonna love? She'll be back. Remember I said it. She'll be back.
But anyways, these do look clean. I like the all white kind of upper with the
And watch the children.
Yeah, they say tomorrow's our future. But to me, it's just another day. But anyways, I like the all white upper. The little hits of red look nice. So this is a clean pair to me. It's just I'm not a 4 fan. But let's go ahead and rate it. Blair, 1 to 5. What you got on style? You got them, so it's got to be high. I would hope.
5. Yeah.
All right. Because Blair will still do something tricky. And try to be like 3.5 because.
Sydney, come on now.
But he got it at 5. Leds, what you got?
Who, me?
On the cements. Red cement.
Oh, the red cements? I'm going 5, man.
5?
5 for sure.
I'm going 5. For me, like I said, I like the kind of all white upper of this. I like the style. I'm going to go middle of the road. And I'm going to go 3. I'm not gonna sit here and kill the 4. I'm not gonna kill the 4 today.
It's just I gotta go 5 because it's just fly.
It's iconic.
It's clean. It's everything. You know what I
I
mean?
get you.
I got my first pair of 4s.
Yeah.
I want to say last year I got some Thunders.
Yeah.
Shouts out to MJ. Sending me them
out.
Thunders.
He ain't send them to you.
No, I'm talking about Miriam, MJ.
Oh.
Not MJ.
What you like talking about? I want to be like Mike.
No, he thought I was talking about Mike, like, yeah, he thought the dark man and stuff. No, man. But yeah, the 4s are comfortable. The 4s are very comfortable, and they actually stay on your feet more than you think they would by just looking at them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like them. They clean. I like
All right,
the
so 5, 5, and 3. Let's switch over to the affordability aspect. These unfortunately retail for $210. So not looking that great on Blair's little scale there. Blair, what you got? 1 to 5 on affordability.
How much is it again?
210.
210. Yeah, it's a
Out the box.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. Ooh.
Yeah, because
I feel like you're going super low with them.
No, because I gave a half for the other.
Yeah, that was today. I feel like back in the day, like a couple episodes, you was like 2 something. You might have upped it, but either way, we live in the present. We live in the present. We live in the here and now.
Yeah.
So you said 2?
Yeah. No.
1. You said 1.
Yeah.
Ledge, what you got? 1 to 5, 210. How you feeling?
And you're saying 5 being most affordable?
Like, go get it today because it's super cheap. 1 being like, ain't no way I'm affording this.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
You gonna go 4 and 210?
Yeah, because it's a J.
So you factoring in the shoe?
I'm factoring the fact that it's a shoe.
Everyone is willing to pay.
And what everyone's willing to pay. And
Yeah, I respect
So he's
that.
kind of on what I was on with the Vomero.
if I can spend 2 on some 1s,
Yeah.
then come on now. I'm going to spend 2 on some 4s.
Yeah.
Like,
I
so,
get it.
yeah.
I get it. I'm not mad at it. I'm going to go dead middle.
okay.
210.
Because it's 210. It's
What
it's
I
a
give you,
J.
25?
It's a J. You get what I'm saying?
I went 2, huh?
Yeah, you
I
did.
went 2. I'm going to go. It is a Jordan 4, so I get
Yeah,
what you're saying.
you feel
where
me?
It's like, people going to pay for this. Like, people want this shit.
When you go for a J, you know you coming out of pocket.
Yeah.
Like, you just know it. Like,
Yeah.
All right.
That's the only reason, you know what I
hear
mean?
I see you. I feel you. I'm going 3. So I got it
reasonable.
at 6.
That's reasonable.
Blair's got it at a 7. Ledge got it at a 8? No, 9. You said 5 on style.
Yeah.
4, 9.
Yeah.
How would I have it at a 7? I said
You said
5.
5 and 2. 5 and 1, my bad. 5 and 1.
Yeah.
5 and 1.
So we got a 6 for you.
Wishful thinking. I'm trying to bump Blair up. I'm trying to get him to get it. He's got it at a 6. So 6, 6, 9. We know who really wants it in his house, and that's Ledge. He's going to go get it at any means necessary.
You already know.
But look, again, it's a 4, so we don't even really have to tell you to go get it.
Yeah.
Jordan heads are going to get this shoe.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to tell you. We don't have to sell you on it. We know you're going to go grab it. But I wouldn't be mad at you. I just can't rock a 4, you know? That's just not how I get down.
Man, she
All right,
tripping.
we got
She
something I
tripping.
feel like Blair's going to like. We got the Jordan 1 Palomero. It's the black and brown shoe, or Palomino. Sorry. Ooh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
You like the Palominos?
Yeah,
I know you
clean.
saw these. I know you like the Palomino because you like the mocha.
you
did.
you like the Palominos?
Yeah.
Okay.
He liked the mochas.
They
All right.
clean, but I mean, what I really like is just the lost and founds. But yes, they clean though.
All
They're
right,
very clean.
Eric, how you feeling off top?
I'm gonna have to pass.
Yeah, it's ugly, huh?
Not it.
It's a little hefty for me. It's a little grunge. It's a little much for me.
It's just.
This is aggressive. It's like, woo, all right, calm down.
It's not. First off,
Crazy.
like if you gonna go brown like that, bro, how about you just brown the whole bottom?
Yeah,
No.
it's too
Don't ever
much.
say that again. So look, you gotta.
It looks like we got a little side debate: color bottoms versus white bottoms.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the reason you gotta white the bottom, right, is 'cause you got to offset the darker colors that you're using, right? If you don't, you're all the way muting it down, and then you turn around and you really look like you're just wearing a pair of all black Air Forces, right? That is not what this shoe is about.
That's never
right?
what you want to go for.
Right. It's Jordan 1. If you look at all the successful Jordan 1 high tops, right? What is one of the things that they have in common, right? Two-tone and then a white sole that breaks it up. You think I'm lying? Look at every single one of them. You got UNC, got its white, right? You got your Lost and Found, got its white.
Facts.
You know, you got your Breads, got its white. Right, you got. It does not matter. It has to have white if you want it to be successful. Right.
I feel it. I feel it.
If you give it that color, immediately it will be a turn off to people, and it will sit on shelves for a very long time. But when you put white on it, expect it to go.
Yeah, because everybody just needs something.
It's a pop. It pops. It really breaks it up. You know what I mean? It gives it more flavor. To the shoe,
I understand where you're coming from,
right?
but
it's like
I understand. I appreciate that.
You know
I just can't rock with them. Yeah. Personally, I just can't rock with the Palomanos. You know,
it's apples and oranges, right? You like your syrup on your chicken and your waffles, right? But then I turn around and look at you and think you crazy, right?
Yeah.
But you have your method to your madness, right? It's really the same thing. It's right, like you just like what you like. I like what I like, you know. But the vast majority, that's the reason why that they don't put syrup on their, on their chicken and their waffles. So that's all it is.
But let's not negate the fact that the Slate Laced faithful just got a little bit of lesson in colorways there. So
yes,
yeah. Hey,
take that, Blair.
And definitely, if you at Roscoe's, man,
don't do what I just said.
Pour your syrup on your chicken and your waffles.
Right, Sydney?
I mean, I don't really rock with Roscoe's like that.
Syrup on everything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All of it.
You put syrup on chicken, though. Would you really do that?
Probably
Yes.
not. But look, you can't say you don't learn anything on the Slate Laced podcast.
Yep.
Every day.
There's always some gems to take away.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're in that, let's get into this
Okay,
style,
Jimmy.
though. 1 to 5 style. What you got, Blair?
Oh, it's a 5.
Ooh. Hot
What,
take.
it's the Jordan 1.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was getting a 5.
Okay. You know that. You're right.
Oh.
Blair? I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right.
Ledge, my bad.
No. You talked me into it. I'm going to go 4.
Why?
Nah, because I get you, though. Because it's not like the Lost and Found. The
Dang,
Lost
I
and
done
Found.
just talked y'all out of a shoe. My bad. Everybody's like, dang, I was going to get it. Blair said 5. Now look. Now they're not pressing that button no more.
The Lost
My bad, y'all.
Lost and Found is a 5. The Bread is a 5, right? The Chicago is a 5. And those are because those
Sorry,
are
y'all.
elite. The UNC is a 5. Those are elite colorways, right? This is a touch, just a touch
below.
of love, a little bit under, you know,
A little bit.
a little bit, right? So,
Just a little bit.
so because of that, right, I gotta give it a 4.
All right.
You're right. No, you're right.
Touch.
A little bit. It's definitely about to get a little one from me.
You want 1?
I'm going 1.
Yikes.
This guy is like, he don't even understand the
He ain't got
he's
no
just like, it's
median. What's the
either,
other one? Median,
See-
and mode?
it's
No,
either-
not. You know that?
It's either hot,
Look, y'all don't remember that from that?
medium, and
Mode? Y'all
it's
don't remember that? Look,
It's
y'all
been a
was
long
not
time.
scholarly, huh?
been a long time.
Y'all don't remember? But anyway, go.
nah, because
I know about that pie.
It's either 5 or it's 1.
I know about a pie.
Eric got no in between. Eric said we getting it or we dropping it.
Hey, look, man, it's either hot or it's not, and that.
And that's the scale Eric lifted. The hot or not. The hot or not scale. He said,
Not-
slate rate, what is that? It's the hot or not.
Not it, yo.
So he's going 1. Look, I ain't going to do it like that. I like that they didn't overdo it with the brown because, you know, I'm not an earth tone gal. I like pops of color. But I'm going to go 2.5. It's not my thing. Like I just said, the shoe was very aggressive and too dark for me. It's not what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to give it, I'm not going to do it like Ledge did. I'm going to go 2.5. But let's move on because y'all might like this affordability. He got that 1 stuck out there for y'all. But I'm kind of liking this next part. We're getting into the affordability scale, and it's retailed at $180. Blair, how we feeling?
That's a go get. What you think?
I want to say 3.5.
I was about
3.5?
to say, we are on a podcast.
Okay.
Because you was taking a minute there.
I'm trying to make the right decision.
All right, I'm getting it.
I gotta make
No, go ahead.
the. What?
Because
I'm supposed to
we
be.
want to avoid dead air. We want to avoid dead air. Go ahead.
You said affordability.
What'd you say though? What was the answer? My bad, Blair.
He said
Now
three.
all this crap is one answer. 3.5.
3.5.
Okay.
5 being the most affordable, correct?
Yeah, meaning you can get it tonight.
Okay.
With a couple hundreds in your pocket.
I'm gonna say
180.
I'm gonna say 4.5 because let me tell you why. I spend 2 on ones. Easy. I'm gonna spend 2 on ones. I know if I'm gonna buy ones, I'm spending 2. So that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? If I know that I will spend 2 on ones, if it's 180, I'm for sure getting it. You know what I mean? I'm in that thing like, what's up, bro?
Now 180, I can't kill it either. I just did 4 at 160, or did I go 5? I went 5 at 160.
Yeah.
So 180, I'm going 4. I mean, that's not terrible.
Difference.
Yeah.
That shoe ain't ranked for me right now.
I'm not getting the shoe, so this is probably my real honest rating, and it's a 4. 180 is not terrible. Like, that's a decent price. So for me, what is that? 6.5.
Okay.
You had a.
So I gave it a 4 on the style, and then I gave it a 3.5. So I got.
So you got 7.5, and then Ledge had a 1.
Mm-hmm.
And a 4.5.
And a 4.5. So you
5.
got it at a 5.5. Again, right there, middle of the road. 5.5, 7, 6.
Going to make mine 5.1.
Go ahead if y'all want to cop. I say go get it because people seem to like the shoe. I've seen the popularity of it. I don't think it's gonna be the thing where the resale is gonna like go up super high on this shoe. Just for having my ear to the streets on it, I don't think it's gonna be like all that. So I say go get this shoe. Blair, you too?
Yeah, of course. 1,000%. I mean, I would if I was in the ones market, but
I'm gonna tell you to go get it too, cause I want to see all y'all get that bullshit ass shoe.
So he want to see y'all make mistakes.
Go get it. But look, in whoever defense, especially yours, cause you hear, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect, my brother, my brother. But y'all make that shit fly. You know what I'm saying? Like when people know how to put that shit on. Like if you be confident in your shoe cop. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what we say. If you be confident in your shoe cop and you know that you can do something with it, go do something with it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So
look, the slate rate is just a guide.
Yeah.
It's just a general idea of what you want to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, we all have our very own unique styles, and we stick to what we stick to. Mm-hmm. But we're here to just give you our general opinion.
Yep. Facts.
Anything else on the sneaker front, guys, before we transition here? No? Blair, you seen anything? You want anything? You haven't copped anything.
In a very long time.
It's been a down. It's been a down year. Not a lot of cops going. Yeah. Everyone, I said it's been a down.
I bought the one shoe that I brought on here many episodes ago.
Yeah.
The last time I bought something.
I ain't had no cop.
It's a good transition here. We're getting into Slate Laced Sports, guys. And we've been testing this segment out, and I think it's been going well. What would you say, Blair?
Yeah.
It's been going well because we got to talk about the most recent and current events. What's up?
We're Slate Laced Deportes.
Deportes, yes. On ESPN2, it's Slate Laced Deportes.
Yep.
I was going to try to do more Spanish, but I ain't got it right now.
Should have asked me.
It ain't there. But, yeah.
Bilingual.
Let's go ahead and transition to some of the topics. First thing I want to talk about is did you guys hear the big controversy that's been going on?
What's happening?
Noah Lyles versus the NBA. Y'all heard about that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so let me intro real quick. He said, Noah Lyles is an Olympic sprinter. I think he runs the 200.
I actually never heard of him until he did that.
I do know Noah Lyles.
Well, yeah, you do.
But I do, exactly. I'm in this track and field sphere. Yeah. So I knew about Mr. Lyles. He's an up-and-coming young guy in the 200. He just won. But anyway, at the press conference, he said, I'm tired. It hurts when I hear that the NBA are world champions and have world champions across these banners. because they're not. He said the true world champions are track and field athletes who compete against different countries. And the NBA has something to say. Yes. And then people are in the comments going, it's literally called the National Basketball Association. Yeah. So it isn't, but they're just saying the best competition is in the NBA.
Right.
What are your thoughts on this?
So basically,
because I think I know my take.
All right, so Greg Popovich basically agrees with Lyles. Yeah. But here's the thing. If you are a very good basketball player,
yes,
the NBA will find you, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter where you're at on this planet, right? If you're on planet Earth and you are amazing at basketball, they will find you, they will sign you, and you will be on a team, right? So therefore, it's national, right? Because that means people are coming from France. That means people are coming from Lebanon, right? As they just beat USA, right? So that's why it's national, because it's, you know, it doesn't matter where you are or where you're at, right? Like the league will sign you, and then you're competing against all of the best from all of the countries. It just happens to be that the USA is much more superior at this moment. So therefore, the byproduct, right, is just like a lot of the great NBA players are American, but there's a lot of good ones that aren't, right? Like Giannis and stuff. So yeah.
Shouts out to one of the craziest two guards out there, Manu Ginobili.
Yeah,
Ginobili
so
too,
he's a good. I was like, Giannis, is that what he's gonna say? Yeah, yeah. So that's why it just kind of is like, to me, it makes sense why I understand like the NBA players are kind of firing back, because they're just like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, we literally play against people that barely speak English, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. I kind of saw both sides, but I was kind of leaning toward Mr. Lyles, which is kind of interesting
because it's who they race.
Exactly. It's country versus country, and I feel like track and field is the most like proud of your country.
Yeah.
The most pride that you can be is on a track and field like stadium, or like in a track and field stadium.
True.
Because it is country versus country. What's up?
Shoot, we couldn't even beat Jamaica for like the past,
exactly. They was dominating
like 15 years.
That country was kicking our butts. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I get it. Shout out Sha'Carri Richardson, who just won us in the U.S. and all. But yeah, for me, I kind of.
She's the smoker, right?
Yeah, she had smoked weed. She had tested positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now the NBA doesn't ban it, so maybe the track and field is coming there too.
Smoke a blunt.
So.
Don't be telling the kids to smoke a blunt.
Don't smoke.
No kids. Not to the kids. Not to the kids.
But no, on that note, real quick, I do think that he's on to something, meaning like it's a little bit more. Like winning a gold medal is like a little bit, an inch better than an NBA title. Just
now look, let me tell you why it's not. I'm going to tell you why it's not now. Let me tell you why it's not.
Slow your roll.
No.
Because, first off, nobody gives Melo no credit for his medals. He doesn't get no credit.
Melo.
Yeah, Carmelo.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a ring.
He was on the Team USA.
But, yeah.
But he got medals.
Sure. It's definitely, in basketball world,
yeah.
They don't give a rip.
They don't give a They don't care.
Look at who's playing right now. You think they care?
No.
They just lost to Lithuania, and everybody just like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the best of the best.
I agree. In the basketball world,
they
ain't putting no Team USA jersey on.
So that's
they care about that ring.
They care about the ring. So
I get you on that.
that's why.
I'm just saying he had a point, but go ahead.
But he does have a point. Yeah. I kind of seen it in both ways too, like you said, because. You know what I mean? Like, I see how we do get people from different countries to come play in our league. Yeah. We do get that. But
where track and field athletes are rocking with their country and just going to battle with us.
Exactly. But
so
now it's more lovely to see that these players in the NBA are actually rocking with their country a little bit more. Yeah. Like when they go and play in these USA games. And these
had more Team Canada. We've seen Germany with Schroeder, like all that.
It makes it interesting. Yeah. It makes it interesting.
So the reason why what he's saying doesn't make sense is because
he said
track and field people, they get paid like off of their endorsements and their things.
That's what they make. Like no money.
So he wasn't. So what's his name? Usain wasn't getting no.
Yeah, you gotta be. I always tell my athletes, it's like you gotta be a household name. You gotta be a Sha'Carri Richardson. You gotta be an Allison Felix. You gotta be like you Blair said, Usain Bolt. You gotta be those type. Shelley Fraser Price. Like, you got to be those people, Ryan Krauser, to even get some money. But the regular people are bagging groceries alongside you.
Right.
Like the run-of-the-mill track and field guys and girls, they amongst us.
So here's my thing, right? And where I'm going with it, right? And it's similar to bodybuilding.
Yes.
So you have one thing that you're working towards, right?
Yes.
And it's to get a gold medal when you represent your country.
Yes.
The difference is that NBA is so big that we have a specific league for us to play in and to compete in and to do things to generate money. Okay. Now, once we're done doing that, right, there then is the Olympics and stuff, right? But as like an athlete that's weightlifting, as an athlete that's doing the power clean stuff and the wrestling and all that, right? They are planning and preparing, soccer as well, right? Planning and preparing for 4 years to arrive to this moment to win, right?
What's that famous thing Lolo Jones said? Like, I prepared 4 years for a 1 minute race.
Yep.
Like, and imagine if I started or kicking a
Yeah, and then it's
I'm gonna go jump off the Golden Gate after that. But
right. So they spend so much time preparing for that one thing, which is why it is so big for them, which is why to them it is national. It is like, if I win, it is winning a world championship, right? And then you have the NBA where they're competing every single year for the one title, but you can't negate it because every 4 years that other thing does pop up and they also do compete in that as well. So it's like, well, like they can be world champions when they do beat, like, you know, France or some other team when they do play in that, but also it is that because you know, they're playing people within their league that are, you know, worldwide. And because it's national, like people in France are watching the NBA. You know, people in Lebanon are watching the NBA. Everyone's watching the NBA, so that's why they say it the way it is.
No, I agree. I just think Noah kind of was onto something, and I feel like
he could have worded it better.
Yeah, he came in with some just vitriol in his voice. Like, he came in with some venom.
Drake ripped him.
Drake killed him. But, like, I didn't think that the NBA players needed to go that hard on him. Because why did Aaron Gordon say, I'm smoking him in the 2? Aaron.
We don't care.
Aaron, you can't even beat.
You got cheated in a dunk contest. That's what you did.
We'll give you. You're like 7 feet, dude. You're not running fast. Relax. Calm down. Don't disrespect what people doing in that 200.
That's AG now.
Don't disrespect that. But anyway, I just think they didn't need to go that hard because, again, like Blair said at the top, Pop did have something similar to say about that. And, I mean, I kind of can get it. He just didn't
said
need
it like 10 years before.
Exactly. But he just didn't need to go that aggressive. Like, man, what? Like, forget, relax. But anyway, shout out to Noah. We'll be watching to see what you do. He better not fail. I know that. He better not fail because they gonna kill him.
Don't choke, my boy.
They gonna kill him. But next topic. Have you guys been seeing the trending clip from the Jeff Teague podcast? Y'all been hearing about that? Y'all know Jeff Teague? I think right now where's he at?
Are you talking about when
Club 509 or something? 500.
So I'm gonna say one thing, and if it's not it, then obviously just stop me. I know there was the Gilbert Arenas when he was talking about when they were asking the one guy, and he was basically saying he thought when he played overseas, those teams could compete with some of the NBA teams.
I don't know if that was on Jeff Teague's one.
Was that Patrick Beverly?
Nah, it was.
But that does have one.
Oh, okay. I thought they was talking
recently, I'm going to get into a story real quick.
Yeah, go on and run that up.
It's the Club 520 podcast. Sorry. So you guys need to check out this because celebrity or NBA players are getting on these podcasts now and going absolutely wild. It's like some of the funniest content. And I'm a podcast head, so I'm listening to like everything. Paul George just got into his. Pat Bev, you know he's going crazy. Like Kat was a guest on, I think, Pat Beverly's podcast, and he was just talking crazy.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah, so anyway, Jeff Teague has been going ham with these stories, and it's been so funny. But the most recent one he talks about is with Tracy McGrady, and how there was, I guess, some hazing with Tracy McGrady or whatever like that, and he went into this story about, I don't know, T-Mac, but anyway, T-Mac commented and was like, oh, so y'all just say anything on these podcasts. And Jeff Teague was like, yeah, okay, whatever, man. But it's just so funny. What are our thoughts on these athletes having podcasts? Like, what do we think about that?
Oh, it's great.
Some of them are good. Some of them are good.
It's great.
Like Jeff Teague is like embellishing maybe a little bit. You guys need to listen to his after this. But it's like, it's funny to get like the inside scoop of how like the NBA is really like played and whatnot. And it's funny, but I like it.
I like that move because you just learn more and more about the league.
Yeah.
What's going on behind the scenes.
You kind of get the real them because they're not like that in front of like at the press conference or in front of the in front of the other media. It's the new media as Draymond Green keeps trying to coin. Who I
enjoy got good stories that I've seen as far as part of the league is J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert.
Yep, Iman's is good.
Who else have I seen that I actually kind of like too? I like old school.
You said Gilbert?
No, I didn't say Gilbert.
His is good.
No, I haven't like locked in his
The
yet like that.
Knuckleheads.
Okay, I haven't locked in.
Jason Richards.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta lock in on
on the
his.
Clippers.
But what's
And All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Stack. That's where it started.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Who you said in Stack? What's his real name now?
Steven Jackson.
There we go. Yeah, I like Steven Jackson too.
So yeah, we mentioned a couple there. All the Smoke obviously is good. Knuckleheads. Bill Simmons is a great one. Please check out Bill Simmons. And he kind of does what we do. Bill Simmons does a lot of what he calls the rewatchables, where he watches old movies and old TV series. So he kind of is doing what we're doing. But there's a couple like that. But how do we feel? Like, I really like it. Like, I love getting the behind the scenes look at the NBA. Because, like I was telling Dad, we don't really get like a Hard Knocks for the NBA or something like that. We don't get all these behind the scenes until it's like years later when the player's out of the league.
Yeah.
Like, the doc was great, but none of those people are playing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I like this kind of in the moment, behind the scenes, like pull back the curtain of like what it is like to be in the NBA and how crazy a lot of these players are. Like, I didn't know Jeff Teague was like reckless at the mouth like that. Like, he's talking crazy.
Yeah.
Blair, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's interesting because he never actually came off as that kind of
Right?
player when I was watching.
He's like flagrant. Like,
yeah.
He's wild.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
Because also, so here's the thing: is like also, I like and respect what they're doing. How we're getting to kind of see everything as it sort of happens, right, and get to learn more about the league that we didn't necessarily know, and kind of realizing that it really is just like such a business, or how like guys really are doing like a lot out there, whether it's for the community or they're like going crazy like at parties and stuff and getting in like all types of trouble, right? Where you're just like, oh dang, it's kind of cool to see that they just kind of basically regular people at the end of the day. But also there's some things that guys are speaking on that I don't think necessarily should be spoke on, right? Because it's like sometimes when you're with your guys and you kind of in the locker room and you're having like certain conversations, right? You don't expect that, right. You don't expect that conversation to then end up on a podcast 3 years later, right? So it ends up being like really disrespectful because you're like talking to your guys where you're like feeling like you kind of having a moment or whatever. You just kind of telling a story like a joke in passing, and then like now all of a sudden you're waking up the next day to like backlash on the news for something that you just like made a joke about, right? And you like had no intent to actually like maybe like say something disrespectful to like a certain gender or something like that, right? And then now all of a sudden you're in trouble because like your guys like went on the show and just started running his mouth, right?
Sensitive world that we're in right now, for sure.
It's not even necessarily right.
We're more about respect.
True.
It's just like some of the stuff that even me and you talk about, right? Like you wouldn't turn around and then go on somebody else's podcast and be like,
true.
Man, me and Blair the other day we was talking, right? Like you just know that there's a line that you're not supposed to cross, and a lot of these players are crossing that line where it's just like that's not like stuff I'm hearing. I'm like, if I was talking to you about that, and then I felt like, come on, we got problems. Like that was not supposed to get out. That was not like, I get it. It's good for views. It's good for your show, your ratings, and your money and all of that. But it's hurting me at the end of the day, and I don't like that. Right?
It has to be that too, the respect thing. I feel you on that. But even to add on, like, not too recent, because like these people are still in the league. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people are still actually playing. So for you to put something out there, like even like I think Draymond got a podcast, right?
Yeah.
He can't go too hard.
Yeah.
As much as he be going but the Warriors love him.
Yeah.
They gotta love him.
We've talked all about it.
Because my thing is that like, bro, you can't go that hard on players that are in the league right now. You can mess up somebody's money, somebody endorsement, somebody shoe contract, anything. by just airing out something or saying how much you might not like them and they like you more. You know what I mean? So it's.
Agreed.
I agree with you. I feel
That's
you on that.
definitely the downside and a little bit of the cons to these players having their own platforms.
Yeah.
But I still like it. It's still good to see.
It is.
And we'll
It
kind
is.
of see where it goes. It might turn into some shows like All the Smoke is on Showtime now, and it's interesting. But they definitely were like one of the front runners and knuckleheads, like you mentioned. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But I just wanted to touch on that because Jeff T was out there talking crazy.
Yeah, he was.
But,
I mean, definitely, he's one of the guys that you would mention where it's like they don't have respect for what happened in the right.
No, he's in there
what's
talking
happened.
crazy. It's
kind of messed up. But
it's wild. But in other news, we got to move on here. Giannis said he will leave. You hear about this, Milwaukee? If they're not committed to winning a championship.
Yeah.
I was laughing because everyone. But here's what they think. Everyone talk about sweet and precious Giannis. He doesn't want to be the face of the league. He's just a guy that shows up to work. No, I knew this man wanted to win and all that. You know, I don't doubt that he's a nice guy, great father, all that. But I'm just saying he got a little bit of dog in him and he wants to win. And so he kind of made it known this year. I'm bouncing if we're not committed. And then not more than 2 days later, they signed the other brother. They signed Lil.
Yeah, they signed a little bit.
Yeah,
they signed a little bit. All three of them.
They signed all three of them. They got a little Giannis.
That still don't mean they committed to winning the
But they did have to just be like, man, shut this man up and get him. Get his brother on the team. Get all three of them over here. Yeah. But go ahead, Blair. What were you saying?
I was saying because they was even having the rumors where like, well, then what if he becomes a Laker?
Yeah, that was already floating. That's stupid. AD.
What?
King James. What? And Giannis.
What?
Well, AD ain't gonna play the whole season, so it'll even out.
They could have brung Dame over though.
But
the reason why it would work is because LeBron is still at that point in his career where he would now be 40 years old, right? This man is now not going to be expected to be pulling in 25 a game, right?
But he'll somehow do it.
But as a big man punch between AD and Giannis, that would be insane. And talk about swallowing up the paint. Yeah. That would be crazy.
You can't get in there. Jump shots all day.
Not be able to get in there.
Better get that floater. Better get that floater down.
Get that floater straight because it's between the two of their defense and just how like aggressive. Yeah.
So y'all don't want Dame over there, man?
Dame.
Not necessarily.
Dang. They talk about Dame. They talking about who else? They talking about? It was somebody floating around. Trae Young.
Yeah, I'll take Trae though.
You take Icebox?
Just because I'm always gonna take 10 years of youth over 10 years of age, right?
I feel it.
Like he's like 33, 34, and in basketball years, that's up there, right? But you have a guy that's like 24, right? Where it's like, okay, well, what's his peak gonna really look like? We don't necessarily know, but he is talented right now, and he is making. He does a lot right. He may like lead in turnovers, kind of like James Harden, but he also leads in assists, right? Yeah. So he's really up there, and I mean, he's not afraid to take the big shot.
No, he's
not. I've said on episodes before, right? Where when the Lakers struggle the most is because they need a guy to hit a big shot. Trae's not afraid to do that. That man will shoot from the logo if you let him. Yeah. So, yeah. He's
been working out with Steph this summer, so
so
who knows where he'd
be Shouts out to Trae, a.k.a. Linus.
But to wrap it up
Linus.
Why? Because he's going bald?
He look exactly like Linus with the blanket. Yes, he do.
But to wrap it up on Giannis real quick, I don't believe that they're going to let him walk. Like I said, they already signed a brother just to make him happy. And I
still
know
ain't going to work, though.
He's the face of the franchise, and it's in their best interest to try and keep him there. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what Milwaukee says. But I just liked it because everyone's always like, oh, sweet little Giannis. And now he came and bit y'all on the butt. Yeah. And now you got moves to make. So give this man some help. But also Chris Middleton was hurt all season. So who knows what they really look like when they're healthy.
Bring in the family.
But anyways, we would be remiss, guys. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about the man himself, Mr. James Harden, guys. I sent it to the group. I sent it and I was dying. Because this man went in his tour of China and basically called out Daryl Morey in 76.
He said, this man is a liar.
He said, Daryl Morey is a liar. Let me repeat that. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will not something.
Play another game.
Play another game with him.
With him. First of all, this is also, I can see where the upper office side, where it's like, these players have so much power, because he opted into his contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I guess he opted in with the wink deal that he'd be getting traded, but then Daryl Morey's like, we ain't trading you. Mm-hmm. You already opted in. But when you opt in, you in.
Yeah.
So I don't really get it. But this is typical James Harden. If it wasn't for the shoes, I wouldn't be a fan of this man. Y'all know I like Hardens that much. So I kind of got to like him.
That's
but
crazy.
he does this time and time again. He quits on teams. He's going to come back out of shape. He's going to dribble the air out the ball. He's going to shoot every shot. And now he's just going to quit. He's not going to care.
He is the most out of shape, wet jumper that I've seen.
But he don't really shoot the ball like that no more.
He don't, but he's still going to dribble it 80,000 times.
Yeah.
And he ain't making it anymore. And he's not going to be committed to staying in shape. You know, that's what he said.
Man.
But I think this is just going to be another thing where he tanks on him. You have to let him go.
Somebody pick that man up, man. Let him eat them donuts and shoot them balls.
You have to get rid of him because he's just going to kill your team. Yeah. I mean, the fact that this man went on a little selfish rant, like, dude, you're 30 years old. Like, what are you telling a bunch of kids? Everyone in the audience was like, what?
Nah, they was loving it because they were.
But it was just like, dumb, dude. You don't go on these little hissy fits.
Get that man a donut and a ball, man.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Let him play, man.
You don't hissy fit as a grown man with $1 million in your pocket. I'm sorry, you don't do it. Blair, go ahead. Sorry.
So I like I said, where the game is headed and how players now have control kind of really of their own destiny, where back in the day that didn't really happen. You know, you got stuck on a certain franchise and you stayed there till they basically didn't want you anymore now, right? Mm-hmm. And so now it's like guys are just basically like, look, I want to go to Miami. Make it happen. Yep. Oh, you want to make it happen? All right, I'm going to go sit at home on the couch, you know, until y'all make it happen.
I'm going to make life miserable for you until you do.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand where James is coming from, and I hope that he gets on a team that he wants to get on, but he also has to understand that he's not in control of his own destiny in the fact of he won't be able to pick the team, right? Yeah. He can force his way out, but then now he's going to go to whatever the highest bidder is, right? So if that's Atlanta, then it's Atlanta. If it's the Lakers, it's the... I'm just throwing out names, no team in specific, right? But so it's just one of those things, right? I mean, it's very unfortunate that it had to kind of get to that point, and it's crazy that, like, you know, behind the scenes you weren't able to really make things happen. But at the end of the day, play ball, right? At the end of the day, the Sixers didn't win not because of Morey, not because of Doc. They didn't win because their two best players didn't show up when they needed them most, right? That's not a Daryl Morey fault, right? I believe they can save the world, but they don't be saving the world, right? Like they disappear when you need them, and that's a problem, right? That's not a Daryl Morey thing. That's not a Doc Rivers thing. It's them. When are you gonna arise to the occasion? But the funny thing is that they try to place blame and stuff. But if you check your file, your track record, you check your paperwork, right? It shows that the two of them, whether they're on the same team or a separate team, Game 7, right? You're not there. Game 6, you're not there. Final shot, you're not there. Final possession, you're not there, right? So at the end of the day, it becomes you, right? You have had so many opportunities to get a ring, right? When you were in your prime, playing your best brand of basketball, and you didn't get it done, right? Now you're out of your prime, right? You know, you're walking around, you're hitting your strip clubs, you're out of shape, you're looking like the guy that has the cigarette that shows up to the park and plays ball. You can hoop with the cigarette in his mouth.
Liquor store niggas, as Nick Young can call them.
So that's basically what he looks like at this point, right? But his game doesn't match his mouth at this point in time. And so since his game doesn't match his mouth, right, it's like, dude, get in line, just finish out your career, right? And maybe, hopefully, I don't know, he just ends up on a team that ends up winning one, right? He's going to end up being one of those, like, Gary Payton type guys where he's just really at the end of the road and got lucky with the team that he was on, right? Because his best basketball is now really gone. Yep. And if he didn't arise in the postseason in the previous years when he was at his best, they ain't happening now at year 15, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree 100% with you. Gratitude is the attitude. People ain't just grateful to be in the NBA no more.
Nope.
Like, why are you crying? You're almost a billionaire. Yeah. Just please shut up and play basketball. Play the game that paid you. And you opted in.
All right, Trump.
All right, yeah, he did.
You opted in.
You did it with the girl. Shut up and dribble.
But the thing is, like, I don't get why we do all this crybaby shenanigans.
Yeah,
like,
I feel you though.
We have to find the balance between giving players power and like the contracts and the front office. They have to come to some sort of agreement because I'm tired of seeing players quit.
Yeah.
Every time. That's annoying to me.
Yeah, and I'm tired of just super teams.
Yeah.
And nobody doing nothing.
That ain't going away either.
Y'all not doing nothing out there.
Yeah, I think they just need to find a balance, and no one's just grateful to have their contract no more. Yeah. And then also, there's some accountability, dude. You opted in. You got to play. Like, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. True. It's not like he didn't get paid since I'm Trump. It's not like he didn't get. It's not like he didn't make no money. Like, it's not like they gave him crumbs. They didn't pour. Look. Yeah, here, pick it up. Look it up.
Oh,
no, they gave him a
Trumpy.
They gave him a chunk of change. It's Trumpy. Like, I'm just saying, they gave him good money.
Yeah, they do be giving out good money.
How you gonna shake hands and then renege?
Yeah,
that don't make no sense.
Yeah, you can't be reneging out here now.
But anyways, guys, any more sports topics before we get up out of here?
Nah.
Lithuania did beat Team USA in the pool play, so they're not done yet. But we'll keep an eye on them. It's definitely not the best for Team USA.
They're done, but yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. They don't
have their best out there.
Yeah, of course. We saw the lineup. We knew what it was.
Yeah,
but it's also like, it ain't like them dudes suck either.
No, but I mean, Austin Reeves is like their best player.
That's crazy.
Ants, they were saying.
Yeah, okay, and Austin Reeves, they're the 1-2 punch.
Brunson, Hart.
Still, they're the 1-2 punch. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Brunson's pretty good. He's like the now vet guy. But anyways, we'll keep our eyes on what Team USA is doing, and we'll keep you guys posted on that. But they did take the L, so they're out. Anything else kind of prevalent? No? All right.
What I could think of. What you got?
Stay tuned. We'll be back with obviously more movies. We've yet to see the big one, Oppenheimer, because we're trying to get our legs ready for that 3-hour sit down.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's another. What was that movie that we saw for 3 hours?
I know exactly what you're talking about. The Hollywood one. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I forgot we did all go together. And the next one we hit, we got to sneak in a box of pizza though.
Yeah, shout out to Blair for sneaking in this job.
Oh, we for sure get a pizza in there.
You feel me?
That's easy.
Easy.
But it was crazy. Blair's the master of sneaking the snacks in. I usually just go with something you can fit in your.
I had a whole large box.
Yeah, we can get in with that pizza.
Blair,
you ain't even got to take it in a box if you want. Mm-hmm. You can literally put it in a little container.
But anything else on the movie front? Nah. Besides Oppenheimer, Equalizer 3 is another one I'm excited about. Yeah. And obviously we'll have more sneakers out. I don't know if we're gonna be copping, but we'll be bringing some sneakers to y'all that are coming out for you guys to go and cop and spend your money. Yep. But not on this side. And then obviously the sports war is going to keep going. We can't wait for basketball season to get back, but we'll keep you posted on sports. Guys, it is a Slate Laced game.
Yep.
We out.
Stay slatey, stay laced.